the entire screen. Put it on that. And my bad. So everyone else can hear it. Let me know if you can hear this, guys. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Before as well, I will share my screen. The entire screen. Put it on that.
My sunglasses were cool.
Yeah.
My bad.
Really quiet.
Yeah. I don't think so.
Can't understand nothing.
Are we meant not to hear anything? Look better than the. It always looks better than it actually was in the highlights.
Yeah, yeah. But today it's kept was non-stop.
But the sound does. Yeah.
There we go. Whoops. All right. Can you hear me all right, guys? So yeah, sorry, the volume wasn't very high on them, that one there, and we did our best to enhance the volume on it. However, the mic was at quite a distance. Some of the other video clips we have got lined up for you this evening. However, we've managed to line up a bit better audio clips. So I hope you enjoyed seeing some of those interactions. Hello, my darlings. Hi, everyone watching. How was Prague for you guys out there today? How was it?
Wow. Extended, special. The most powerful day until now. It
Oh,
was this
wow.
day.
It was an absolutely beautiful day. It was nice, warm and sunny. Um, deep blue sky, not a chemical trail anywhere. Um, and everybody was out. The square was packed. Um, now I don't know if you well, you do. You kind of warned us not to go to the old town square,
Mhm.
like because of the football match that was there, and the fact that England lost, as if we didn't guess that was going to happen. Um, England lost, so there was lots of drunk, annoyed fans over there. But it turned out that we went to the right place because the guy who met us there, Jan, basically told us at the other square that we were advised to go to. That's where it was all kicking off. So we made a judgment call. Well,
Wow.
Jack made a judgment call, and it turned out to be the right decision. And not only that, um, our normal modus operandi was that we would find a place outside of town to kind of sleep, sleep and park up. And then in the morning, or just before we were meant to turn up somewhere, we'd go and find the place. But instead, we decided to actually go right into town. And this was at 4 o'clock in the morning, wasn't it? 4 o'clock in the morning, we went right into the center of Prague, and we scored a parking space literally yards away from the old town hall. And it was perfect.
Oh,
Um,
lovely.
so that's what we're planning to do from now on. Actually, just go in late at night and score a decent parking space and be just ready to go whenever we're ready, basically.
Yep.
Brilliant.
So yes, apart from that, the interactions were brilliant. There were a lot of people who were receptive, and a lot of people were already there. Actually,
Already knew it.
already knew it. Because I was having a kind of reduced participation day.
Mhm.
I would keep going back to the van to do my stuff. But even then, I was in the van, and somebody would walk past and stop and say, "Oh, flat Earth." So I thought I'd go out and give them a leaflet. But yeah, I ended up talking to them, and one guy or a couple, basically, they saw the van and were like, "Oh, I've been following this." They were like really shocked to see it in Prague, um, and so I ended up talking to them about what, 45 minutes or so, and yeah, and then he was saying, like, he said our goodbyes. And I mentioned, oh, the rest of the gang are in the square, so they went over, and I think they spent most of the time. Rest of the
1 hour
there.
at least.
Yeah. So
Wow.
yeah,
Wow. So
I think
really, it was full on. It was full on, regardless of whether you were out on the streets or in the camper van.
yeah,
Yep.
it was it was. I think it was most. I think it was the best
Best.
interaction of
Best
the whole
interaction.
trip so far.
It was beautiful.
Ah, I love that.
And
I love that, especially on the days that there's been lulls. It's nice to have a high like this.
yeah, and the only bad part, from my point of view,
Hmm.
is that even though this was the old town square wasn't uh, the worst place, um, for the football fans and stuff. There were still a lot of football fans there, and where we were is an absolutely beautiful place. The city of Prague is a beautiful city. It's kind of, it's got like awesome architecture,
One next to
architecture.
another, yeah.
Yeah, architecture. You just go, wow, look at that. You know, it's got a kind of really chilled vibe that's kind of romantic and it's wide open and just amazing. It's a absolute. I sound like the Prague tourist board here, but it's absolutely amazing. Okay, but it was full of English football fans, and they were treating it like they were missing all this amazing, scenery, and treating it like it was the Plough and Tractor in Basildon on the turning out time on Saturday night. There was chanting football songs. That later on there's going to be fights and alternate pools of urine and vomit and the same old English
crap
bullshit. Yeah. And in such a beautiful place, it just makes you feel embarrassed to be part of this culture. That's the thing that really
the only
me.
thing.
Yeah. I have the same feeling when I'm in somewhere and that type of vibe ensues. You end up just going, yeah, I'm not associated with that. I'm not associated with that.
Yeah.
So if there was only one bad thing, then I suppose it's not that bad that was the only downside.
Yeah, that's just about it. As I said, and I've been saying this in my little write up. I think the 100th monkey effect is really still operating as far as the police are concerned, because even though the square had a very high police presence, not one of them even looked at us funny.
Yeah.
They walked past us a couple of times and
didn't
even look funny at us. So it's been like Tallinn was like full on, 6 police cars and loads of people, all trying to move us on. Then we got to Riga, and there was like 1 or 2 of them come up and like gave a half-hearted attempt to move us on, and now it's like they're like, can't
they don't even bother anymore.
Can't be bothered.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but we're probably speaking too soon though, because next time they'll probably come down on us and we'll be speaking from a prison cell next.
I genuinely felt that as much as I was watching today, I was just like, where's the police? It was just, to me, I was just like, really? Are you getting away with doing all of that and then not coming over and saying, like, move on, or what are you doing? At least what are you doing?
Yeah.
So chat room, thank you so much for all your interactions. We'll get to you in a short moment. Of all the interactions that you had today, what one stood out the most to you?
Okay, for me, certainly the guy who was from my country, and I realized in the end when we talked, so I didn't tell him that I am from the same country, but I took his number, and when I come in Zagreb, I will call him, and he and his friends will come absolutely in Ljubljana, no? Because he is on it, he realized it, he was searching it, and he was the one who tells me that the Slovenia had last year the convention that I didn't know, and I searched for that. I don't know, 4 or 5 years. It didn't pass through me. And then one guy in Prague tells me that it was, and I was, wow, man, that's cool.
Just goes to show how
me, that was the best.
Works, isn't it?
Yeah.
Even though you may search for things, the censorship will always keep you apart from what you really are searching for. I feel it's been designed to do that.
Yep.
Big time. Well, before go on.
I was going to say for me, there were 2. Well, one's not really an interaction, but 2 things that stood out for me. One was the interaction I was telling you about outside the van, It was just that the guy was passing. He saw the van, and he was like, "Wow, I've been watching this. I've been watching stuff, and here it is." And then he was telling his wife about about the faces on the side of the van. And then he looks across, and there I am. He goes, "There he is."
He's like, "No way."
And then we had a long chat about not just flat Earth, but various
Yeah.
things about the truth. And yeah, they've got a young son, and or maybe a daughter, I can't remember. and talking about vaccinations and stuff. And yeah, it was
Oh, was that the
real.
gentleman in the pink top with the baby and the wife? Was he English?
Yes.
You know what,
English
guys?
guy.
Jessica's managed to capture a clip of that as well in one of the clips.
Okay.
I think that's one of the ones towards the end of the show.
But then I think I think the best thing I remember from today was Jan.
You slip, you take it from my mouth, I wait for you to.
So first of all, we were expecting a reporter apparently, but it was like we were looking around. This reporter wasn't turning up, but there was a guy who was there from the beginning. His name was Jan, and he was like, it was like it was somebody who's been following this, and he decided to come out and help us, like we've had a couple of times before. So we didn't put two and two together. This was the same guy until after we'd left, and I looked at the name. It was like, what? This is the guy. But he just seemed like he was helping us out, like the other people.
Yeah, big time.
He was really good. He was really sort of engaging and warm and friendly, and it was absolutely brilliant.
Lovely.
He even showed us there's an astronomical clock which you couldn't see from the square, but it was apparently on the other side of
I take a picture. We will send them.
We'll send a picture. But he showed us like what the clock used to look like and what it looks like now.
Today.
And what it used to look like, it had a flat Earth map in the middle of this clock, and the clock would also tell you not only where the sun and moon are in the zodiac. It would also give you, it had this graphic on it which would also give you the sunrise and sunset times and all that sort of thing, all based on this flat Earth map that was in the middle of it. And he showed us how they changed the clock face just recently, and now it's just decorative. It's no longer functional. It doesn't tell you anything, but instead of the flat Earth map, it's got the kind of the globe cage.
It's in the middle.
Globe cage in the middle, and it no longer tells you any other information. It's just all purely decorative, which we found absolutely fascinating.
So
the mind boggles, doesn't it? Why would they do that? Why would they change it? You have to wonder.
I think we know why, don't we?
Madness. I'll give the chat room a shout out if that's all right with you guys. As I said, there's a ton of love for you in the chat room. I'll say hi to the usual suspects: Clive Albert, Ricardo Montevallo, Effie Mowry, Amanda Panda, Sven P, Flat Out Faith, and Iger Television, and Dr. LA. Lovely to see you all. Seeking Starwater as well. Lovely to see you too, Conrad. And scrolling down a little bit. What shape is the world as well? Lovely to see you all in the chat room showing your love. Kieran Franny as well. Coffee Paul in the chat room as well. Zoom Truth in the chat room as well. I see Jason in the chat room. I don't know what's happened to Jason's connection. I think he's lost his connection. So hopefully he'll be back soon. And Jim Lotus as well. Jude, my darling, lovely to see you too. Thank you so much for showing all your love and support for the crew on the camper van as they go through Europe. I've got another video to play you. This one here is more sound based. less music based and more interactions based. There's some brilliant snippets here from today's interactions, and as I said, these really do scratch the surface as far as all the interactions today, because as I say, it was a lot. There was a lot. So I will just go there and take my headphones out, screen share, and go there, share my entire screen, pop it on there. You guys should see that with a bit of luck. Can you see that, everyone?
Yeah.
Perfect.
It comes back. It doesn't go over anywhere. Right? And then if you keep at that level of zoom, and watch it go over the horizon again, zoom in some more, it comes back. And you see the horizon behind the boat. Yeah? We never find the curvature. Yeah, because of this, because of the calculation. We should. Yeah! So we should keep how much they don't put in. So when we see the long distance, we know how much is You speak English? But you make you promote them. You said I support them. I very no, I just meant it like that. Like if somebody sees this, oh, so why did you get a hat? Just from a mini hat, like you got Mickey Mouse, you have. I don't have natural, my son does. Yeah. Look, I think she never talked about it. You never talked about it. North Pole was keeping people falling off that way. South Pole was keeping people falling off that way. What's there? Why has no one gone to Australia and gone, oh, this is nice? Then they've fallen off. Why? If the earth's flat, why has no one fallen off? North Pole, South Pole, fine. Why has no one fallen off there? No, look at it. Do you want to? It's very simple. Look for this is South Pole. This is what your right. When you get to that side, yeah. The first thing you encounter is a few times. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. All right then. That's fine there. Yeah. What about these ways? Oh, that's ice. This. No, going around the world. First of all, around the North Pole centre. From the North Pole. But the thing is, I say I need to do the aircraft, right? Because if you set off from Newport, but in that direction, eventually you come back to the same point. Yes, if you went east or west, right? If you go north, no, it was not very good. It's straight. So what he's doing is straight. It's actually go like that. He goes like this big goal, and then down, Now, the thing about that strikes in the southern hemisphere, but all of them crazy stuff in like Dubai or something, or Los Angeles, which looks like, well, no, if you look at it, it looks like it goes from, say you go from, say, Cape Town, Los Angeles, you look like via Los Angeles, which is like thousands of miles north. And then thousands of miles south, right down to the place. When you look at the map, because when you go from south, say south, so South America, right, to Australia, right, you go past Los Angeles. do a better job of what I did when I did it. Yeah, that was the goal. Yeah. What I brought was you know that you know. Sorry, we have to go. I know. You see this car? And this is design how it was before. Okay, this is how it was before. You see that? All right, yeah, it was there. I just knew about it all my life, and then when I started further, I said, oh, I have to take a picture of this, detail this. I came to this place this 1 year ago. So this is now, Get back. I was really, that's amazing. Almost cried. Yeah. But then I found men who did it, this story about it. In Czech just we have, case in this. So they make the golden, a golden page. Yes. Golden age. Wow. Did you get that?
Yeah.
So the other one really, we're going to find like when they're doing a
Few hours.
Sorry?
Maybe 2-3 hours. We'll see.
The other thing is really don't want you to look for really really funny because they turn their hair so it stands up like that. And as they move, like
Okay, then I took over for 2 hours, I think.
women's long hair, and you can see it on
He was in
let's imagine this is the Earth, right? 93 million miles away is the sun that way, okay? Yeah?
last one.
So that half of the Earth is lit up. This half of the Earth is in shadow, right? So the shadow extends like that, doesn't it? So anywhere, anything here is in darkness, yeah?
Yes,
Like
no,
this is in shadow by here. Right, so if you're here, it's midnight, and you're looking up at the sky, and you can see satellites, yeah? Right. 99 miles away is the beginning of low Earth orbit, which is about there, yeah? The top of low Earth orbit is 1,200 miles, which is about there, yeah? So if you're here, looking up the sky in that midnight, yeah, the satellites are moving in this band, yeah, in the Earth's shadow. So how are you seeing them?
Because they have lights on
They
them.
don't have lights.
They do.
No, they do not. There's no lights on satellites.
There is. How else would you track them?
There are no lights on satellites. There are no lights on the International Space Station.
Yeah,
There's
because
no
some people
purpose of
track the International Space Station because the International Space Station can track itself, not of people on it.
There are no lights on satellites. Literally, you go and find them. See if you can find lights on the satellites. There are no lights. Okay. Also, they range in size between the size of a car and a school bus. Okay. So do you think you can see a car 99 miles away? No, we're talking about the naked eye. We're talking about the naked eye. Because you said you can see it with the naked eye. Yeah, the very level. And not the horizon next to the side is absolutely flat. We'll take a photograph. Put it right here. You're online. You see it's absolutely flat. Like our governments and say that they're successful enough and smart enough to lie to everyone, every single person we know. Then you give the government too much money.
So you know how they success people, right? Check that knowledge until they actually figure it out. One of these, and I think look.
Okay, hopefully you guys can still hear me. I'm just going to plug in my headphones. That was just a small selection of the conversations that happened today. I implore you to go and look at Jason of the Disbury channel's live stream from today. I know it's a long stream, it's 5 hours long, but if you section it out in hour episodes, you should be able to watch like an hour of it every evening. How was that for you, watching those clips from today?
Oh,
It was you.
yeah, it was me. Sorry. It wasn't all me. These guys were working hard as well. But yeah, well, again, a lot of them started off with, you know, some ridicule type questions, yeah. But the questions got more and more kind of curious than ridicule. So you know, you did get the sense that they were kind of turning, or at least you know, turning away from the ridicule aspect, because you know, a lot of the questions were, you know, why don't you fall off the edge? That type of, you know, the ignorant type question. Yeah, they started changing to, you know, I can't think of any examples, but you know, into a genuinely, you know, curious type question. So yeah, that's the overall sense of what I was getting out there. But it was, yeah, it was good.
I felt there was a genuine curiosity with most of the people that you spoke to today. I felt there was far less ridicule than there was, you know, real interactions that was going on, which was a real positive look to see. Despite there being a mix of people there, some people there for sporting reasons, watching the football yesterday. There's some people there for different tourism reasons. But yeah, sorry, my dog's on one. How did you find those interactions today regarding people's interest from young and old? Sorry.
Okay, well, let you
Just go.
yeah? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I found it was there was a lot of genuineness. We did get our fair share of people who wanted to make a statement. I mean, I remember I was talking to somebody and somebody walked past and just started this absolutely forced laughter, you know, do this, like, you know, it was like ha ha ha, now, you know, just to make a point, just to you know, stand there and go, look, I'm laughing at these people, you know.
Do anybody wants to
Yeah.
laugh with me? Oh, nobody.
Yeah.
I will go now.
Nobody did laugh with him. Yeah. But he was really just, you know, making this loud show of laughing at,
Yeah.
laughing at flat earthers.
He makes himself.
Yeah, but nobody joined in, and he went quiet and walked away. But yeah, there was a little bit of that, but not too much. I'd say
Nice.
generally it was positive, and there was a lot of English people there, and for the most part, the English people, a lot of them actually were already on it. They were already knowing that there was fakery going on, and I didn't need to convince half of them. It was just the I don't know, the lowest element of the, you know, Stanford Bridge type, you know, down, you know, that, and we're like, you know, oh, what's all this about then? It was, you know, like, flat Earth, got to be having a laugh, ain't you, mate? You know, that sort of thing. But as I said, for the most part, they're already on it. So yeah, it's good.
Lovely, lovely. And regarding the locals that came out, I noticed that there was someone that was from the area that came out today. What was his name?
Oh, you mean the guy? Yes, it was the guy we were talking about earlier, Jan
Yeah.
Merrick. No?
That was it.
Jan Merrick.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
As I
did.
said,
Go
yeah,
on.
as I said, we didn't know. We were expecting a journalist because we got word from Mission Control that going to be met with this guy Jan Merrick. But when we got there, this guy was already there. He was
he was waiting.
He was waiting, and he was saying, but he came across like he was. Well, I'm not sure. I think Mission Control got the message wrong. That he wasn't a journalist. He was a photographer.
Yeah, he's professional photographer.
Okay.
Yeah. And so it came across from Mission Control that we were going to be met by journalists, but it turned out to be somebody who was just really following us and wanted to be part of it. And
Oh, wow.
yeah, he was really excited to be part of it, and he did a bloody good job for his first street activism. Yeah, he was calm, collected, had a welcoming, friendly smile, and he was very patient. It was really good.
We were saying that ourselves. Myself and Jason were just saying, what was his name again? Sorry, did you say Johan?
Jan.
Jan Malik. What an amount of interactions that guy had today, and that was his first time out. I mean, he had a folder with him. It kind of reminded me actually of when Anthony came down to Speaker's Corner. But we were saying, Jason, it was amazing how many conversations he was having.
Yeah, this one guy, more than 1 hour, I'm sure.
Yeah,
he was on it. Let's congrats, Jan.
Yeah.
Massive props to Jan. Thank you so much. And it's people like Jan that are making this the people's tour. People are coming out from all divisions, coming, forward and putting their head above the parapet and going, no, I'm going to join in with you. I'm going to have these public conversations. I'm going to step in the light here and push for social acceptance. And I feel an incredible amount of socially accepted conversations happened today. They really did. Yeah. Even the ones that had a lot of argumentative points, it all went okay. I saw you shaking a lot of hands.
Yeah. I'd say this was the best day yet.
Best day, yeah.
You were right, Jace. Right. Yeah.
Definitely. As supervisor, I'm putting my supervisor hat on now. I was ready to have a go at my troops because of their shameful behaviour the night before.
Are we going to go there?
Well, funny you should say that. Pause. Funny you should say that because I've got a picture I wanted to show you.
No!
I do. Have a sound effect. I'm so sorry I don't have a sound effect.
So I need to show this picture. and maybe one of you can explain. Because I've got a feeling this is what you're talking about.
Explain yourselves.
So if you just bear with me.
What have you guys been up to?
If you just bear with me, I need to
chat room. I can barely stand the suspense.
Right, so I'm going to share now.
Yeah. Sharing is caring.
So what I'm about to show you is something that kind of went on last night, and can we have a full explanation? Really, I want an explanation from Lisa, but since she's not there at the moment. But what is that?
Yes, this is your bag.
How dare you? How dare you?
All happens for a reason. This was extreme Prague. Yeah,
that's great.
When we came,
how dare you?
We were.
So I'll read it out anyway. This is what Lisa wrote. Okay, it says,
Yeah.
I needed to pole dance last night, so I gate crashed the local strip club wearing a cannabis dress and got on stage. I got dragged off by security twice.
Twice, yeah.
But we managed to get some pictures. It was funny, though, because another girl from the audience, drunk, followed my lead and got on stage too. So security must have been having a whale of a time controlling us. I don't see what the problem was, though, as I got the audience cheering for entertainment.
Good,
Yeah, there for the
good. We like that. We like that a lot. So yeah, does one care to explain at all?
So what happened, guys?
Okay. So we came to the petrol station around 3:30 or 4 o'clock, about 20 kilometers away from Prague. And somehow me and Lisa felt that we are not sleeping, that we are not sleepy. So this energy, and we want to go out in some way. So we decided that we go in Prague and park there and go a little out, and we are parked, and we can easy go next day on the demonstration.
I like the way you said that on the demonstration.
How did you find the effort today?
That's what I really want to know. How
I don't know, man. The energy is here.
This is the thing. Yeah, I went to sleep. I guess about 5 o'clock, and they came in about like 8 o'clock or something. You know, and like we were back out in like 2 or 3 hours later. It was like,
wow.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it was funny.
It was
funny,
interesting.
Yeah. I was surprised too. I didn't know. It was my first time. I didn't know. I never.
That's what he says. His first time.
I never went to the sleep club because I don't care for this shit.
Yeah.
If I want a woman, I will get a woman.
I
don't want. I don't need to watch it.
I must put a disclaimer in here. Like, Lisa does pole dance, and she was it very gracefully.
Yeah, but I didn't know. I didn't know.
She's done it. Yeah, she's done it. I went to a house, and she's actually got a pole in her land.
Yeah, I don't know.
And she actually does this, and it's really tasteful. It's really good. Professionally, that's right.
Yeah,
and,
she was better than around 15 girls around her that were.
And he knows. He watched everyone.
And twice, like she says, yeah, twice. Yeah, they didn't. They removed her immediately the first time. I was some kind of blown away because I didn't know that she performs this stuff. She just wanted to go, and she was going. So the second time before we go, we decide, okay, you go one more time, and this time I will snap a picture if I can.
Yeah.
So,
well done. Well, you need it. Well done, guys.
You do realise we'll probably never be allowed to set foot in Prague again, though.
I can't thank Lisa enough for sharing that with us. I love the fact that the rebellious side of us there, and she gate crashed it and stormed the stage. So yeah, there's no worry about anybody spending money on frivolousness.
Well, not from Lisa, because she's a tea only drinker. I bet she asked for a berry tea. Was it? Did she ask for it?
That's what I'm saying. She's
but you can get a tea, so we ordered a beer, but Lisa didn't drink it. But I was, in a way.
Did you have a beer? Because you don't drink either. Not really.
Yeah, but yeah, today was, I don't know, like I felt it in a way that it's gonna be a special day, or what can I say? I don't know how to put it. So I drink this 1 or 2 beers, I think.
Well done.
Just to let you know, we're having a poll installed in here. So
there's a lot of love. Please tell Lisa how much love there is in the chat room for her. Lisa, wow. Lisa, green hearts from
She
Gerlon
blown
Fire.
away everyone in this bar or whatever.
In the strip club.
In the strip club, okay.
Yeah.
Even
It was a bar with a
Someone
pole.
said the secret Lisa tapes.
yeah.
Someone said
Yeah.
this.
Very good.
Yeah, anyone who wants any of the secret Lisa tapes, come and see me. I've got them cheap.
Others in the chat room as well that are saying graceful pole dancing. I think that's a new terminology some haven't heard before in the chat room. Graceful pole dancing, almost like ballerina-ish type pole dancing.
Yeah.
In a way, I think that's a good way to describe it, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, the people were amazed.
Wow. I'm telling you, to be a fly on the wall there. Jace, have you got any I don't know if we've got it prepared for this evening. Sorry, that's my dog in the background. I'm really sorry, it sounds like someone's hammering away in the background. Sorry, that's my dog in the background there. Oh, crikey. Sorry. I know I'm up against it this evening. It's like my dog's trying to make as much noise as possible. Jason, do we have any itinerary lists for things that we've kind of listed out that we needed to pay for on the tour? I've had some people in the chat rooms asking what kind of things we're having to lay out for and what is keeping the wheels turning on this camper van across Europe as we embark across almost 15,000 miles, because there's been a lot of miles done already.
Yeah.
Thinking, was it Bridgewater, the first place that you did?
It was Oakhampton first off.
That's it. And that, I mean, really, the preparations for this tour, we started laying out for this tour around August time. The tourathon was on the 17th of August.
Was it?
Got
Right,
the
okay.
and the stickers done and everything. And since the tour embarked, I mean, do we know how many miles? I don't want to put you on the spot. I hate doing that.
Yeah, you did. You've just put me on the spot again because
No. Right, next time we'll tell you how many miles we've done up until now. I really wanted to get that done, and I forgot to mention it earlier on.
I would have known, but because we changed the route and that, it's actually more miles now.
I'll give you a week to give me the answer.
Yeah, I'll need a week. But it is. There's more miles that have been added now because of the route is so different. Don't forget, we started off with getting the banners and either new banners and the extra banners, and there's a big longer banner there as well, and leaflets, supplies, stickers for the van, and that. There is there has been an awful amount of laid out before. Just doing the first Oakhampton, services for the van and tires and new tires and things, and getting the lights fixed on the van and all that. I know they're kind of incidental and really down to me, and they have been primarily, but it's still come out of my kind of bank account that would have gone to the tour anyway. If you get what I mean, and I would have, if I hadn't paid out for tires or services and all that, that money would have gone into the tour. So it's still all connected, but it's an awful lot of expense just to get started. The ferries, the fuel is obviously going to be the biggest. The fuel, it was really annoying. I heard on Globebusters, Journalism and Bob were talking about how cheap it is for the fuel in America, and they were saying, I think Jaron was saying it was about $4 where he is per gallon, I think he said, and then it was $2 where $2 and something where Bob lives. And we're paying like 3 or 4 times as much as that, over here. And Eru was saying that he was paying about, I think it was like 5 or 6 times much in Argentina, and that. So our fuel is our biggest problem. It's and what you're spending there, Jack. It's a guzzler, isn't it? I think you get about. I worked it out about £100 to 300 miles. It's a bit of a guzzler.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's just with all motorhomes. It's pulling a lot, a big weight in that. So yeah, there is a lot of expense. We do have to buy more leaflets. I haven't asked you guys. Are you slowly running out of leaflets now? You're going to need a new supply soon, I would imagine.
No,
you're okay, are you?
Yeah, we are okay, I think.
Well, that's good news if you're okay. You know,
Yes,
'cause,
please.
I was getting a bit worried that you might be running out.
Yes.
No, not yet.
Oh, that's
Good. Okay, so we don't need to order any yet because that you'll be having someone join you as Dave leaves. I haven't announced it to anybody yet, so I was going to keep that under wraps until I think you already know, Dave, but keep it to yourself here because I haven't had permission yet to announce it.
Okay.
Which
Yeah, I think I might have put it on my my diary thing. Oops.
right. Oh, right. So it has been announced.
Well, no, it's buried in the diary thing.
It's buried. Shh. No one heard that. No one heard that. Yeah. So you know, like I was gonna. I mean, I'm sure it'll be okay to announce, but you know, like I'll wait till I speak to them first. I've just bought their tickets to come over. So that's all set. So it's a done deal now. So you know you've got relievement at some stage,
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
and that'll be in Venice. That'll be when
Yeah.
you get to Venice. If we get to Venice, you're going to be shattered and worn out by then. You know, you'll be saying, "Tor, I'm never doing it again. That bastard Jason." Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the US one.
Yes. We've all been talking about that, haven't we? Jack, you've got to see it to the end because we're going to need you for what's it, America?
Yeah,
Definitely need you for that.
The list is
the tour wouldn't be the same without our driver.
No, it wouldn't. It really wouldn't. Guys, are you ready for some more highlighted clips from today? Another 5-minute video of some clips. Yeah?
Sure.
Thank you, my darlings.
Bring it on, woman.
She'll do it now.
Woman.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that, Roxanne. You can't get the staff nowadays.
Yeah.
Never mind, sweetheart. Here we go.
Yeah. Some microphone or what? Is this possible?
I've got it won't connect to anything. I'm trying every. Can't get it to indoor. That's for sure. That's one of the.
And you can connect the microphone. Nothing. You struggle all the time.
Bluetooth. That's not very good. It can do anything. To be honest,
today, all the way. It was really pleased tell him that he can go with me whenever needed some flights. In the morning when I grab a piece, and at least must mean, huh? No, it wasn't. Twice I gave it back for more. But I didn't just go out and look. I was just circling around. Just I was two circles, and I was not. Oh no, dude, we can't. Just reload. Boom, boom. Nice, nice.
I don't think the practice of leaving benches is used for tracing the school.
Okay, yeah. Maybe they don't. I don't believe one flag in one game is not like I give each flag to the game.
Mm-hmm.
So are you the same?
I'm traveling with you guys, yeah.
Okay. Are you traveling around the world like
Well,
this,
okay,
or
yeah.
are you just for Prague? All right.
Well, I'm going right here.
Okay.
Or this Sunday.
And you do.
At the moment?
Yeah.
Yeah. All the time.
It's interesting that some people are really into that.
Yeah. The UK with the
What do they say of what we've been talking about? What do they say?
Oh,
What do they say?
I think they're talking between themselves a lot of the time.
Oh,
Really?
yeah.
You can see it, you can watch it
Yeah,
on
my man.
How many people are there?
82 at the moment.
Okay. Hi, people.
Lovely jubbly. I'm so sorry about the sound issues there. There didn't seem to be that major issue with the previous video. You could hear more talking on the previous video. I think she must have done something wrong with the sound levels. So I'd hope the next one I play is better. So yeah, apologies for that. But again, there was a good selection of visuals there. So I implore, if you haven't seen the full length from today, please go to Jason's channel and look at the full length content. Maybe split it down into some manageable bits and pieces that you can kind of watch day in, day out. Because like I said, there was in 5 hours. And there was
5
no
hours.
major quiet time. So it was 5 hours of perpetual
Yeah.
interactions.
Like a speaker's corner.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Literally, actually.
Well, for the big news for me today is how we've been in contact with Milenko.
Yes.
And basically he's doing a lot for us. Actually, we're going
An awful
to
lot.
we're actually going to go to his house where he has a recording studio, and
wow.
And so we're going to be filming like our episode on his show in that recording studio. He's also going to be sort of sending all sorts of reporters and celebrities and all that sort of thing down to our street activism. So I think I'm looking forward to seeing Milenko again, because I want him to know how influential his show has been on the flat earth movement, for want of a better word. Because I constantly get messages from people saying that episode, that show was their first entry into flat earth.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I'm one of them. It was all your fault. I could have had a blissful, ignorant life, but it's all your fault. Look, also what I've done is I took the liberty of swapping a day around, a couple of days around, and I've put in a 3-day before you meet Malenko. So that night that you're meant to be seeing him, you'll have that whole day to be there with him. Okay.
Well, that's good. That's good, because I was worried that we wouldn't be able to fit everything in.
Yeah,
No.
we wouldn't. But schedule is next to next. Yeah, in Macedonia and God.
Yeah, no, I thought about that. I thought that you're going to need some time with him, and you know, so you'll have basically you've got 2 days with them, you know, so all's good.
Excellent. Good. Yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, are you with us, Roxanne? She's left us.
Very good, Roxanne. I'm saying it really has given itself a life of its own, hasn't it? This really is taking on its own form. People are really getting involved in it, as I said earlier on, from all sorts of parts of the countries. How do you anticipate this to go this time around with Malenko? I know what you're hoping to achieve, but how do you think it's actually going to go with regards to the interview?
Well, I think it's going to be more powerful, because obviously last time it was just me. And this time it's me with friends, you know.
Got back up.
Yeah, so yeah, I think as I understand it, he's because of this, he's going to rescreen the original show.
Wow.
So now people are going to get to see the contrast, and hopefully what they're going to see is that, you know, we're even more confident and you know, forthright about what we know.
That's right.
Before, this was 2015, and this was still, I guess, fairly new. Yeah. But now we've had a good 4 years since then. So I think that I hope the difference will be noticeable.
I think you'll find that even yourself and all of us, I think we've all changed somewhat as well. We're not as flippant with making claims and that now. You know, like we're kind of like, if we are making a claim, we're telling them that, look, this is my theory, this is my best guess, this isn't a knowing. You know, like so. I think now it's things have changed. You know, you know, like, we're not making them claims no more. We just know what it is that we're not living on.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I don't think anyone can see this as a flat Earth mockery tour, can they?
No.
We're going up there with serious bits and pieces for people. Sorry, Dave, go on.
Oh, more than that, I'm looking forward to seeing Malenko, because I'm not sure he knows that he knows about the cut down version of his show. One that makes it look like he's been stunned into silence.
He'll have a bone to pick with you.
Yeah, so I want him to know that what's really been going on. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that bit. Yeah, and Jack was saying he's looking forward to it because he's, you know, seen that video a lot, and it's like you know, a while back he was on his own in Slovenia, and then now he's like on the tour.
All this on the tour, yeah.
And he's going to be meeting Malenko. It's like being actually in the video, you know.
Yeah.
It's like what people have seen has come to life, completely come to life. And I think that's definitely a self-evident truth for the people that come out to the tour as well. Those that come out to the tour and say, like I saw today, that couple, they were like, you know what? Yeah, we've been following the tour, but I didn't know you were stopping in Prague. Imagine that, meeting you here. And it's like, wow, really? Really? What are the chances? You couldn't make that up. You absolutely just couldn't make it up. So it's as not to keep people dragging on too long. I've got another video of clips. Hopefully the sound for this will be better. So I'll just line that up now, as it's not too much of a long one, and share the screen. Hopefully this will work. Share audio. Good girl, Rox. Okay, here we go. So, with a bit of luck, I will now.
So look like men t-shirt massa. Okay. Yeah. Small girl.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, this bread is now, yeah? Well, now this. Yeah. That's what we're talking about. Yeah. Let's see Igor.
You are. Which means she's going to get all the shit. Careful. Yeah. Unfortunately, when's this?
We've gone an hour 42 minutes at the moment, so you know, maybe another couple of hours. We'll see how it goes. But it's looking good at the moment with the weather, so no reason to stop.
If you get people at least like they might be skeptical now, they might read something, but then start tapping into things.
Yeah.
It'll work slowly. I think it works slowly. There's people I know who are already like they're not willing to just say the biggest thing, which is doesn't seem like the earth is round, but they'll be talking about all these things that are underneath it happily.
Yeah.
They just can't you can
Well,
see
this
that
is why we're doing this, just to make it fruitful. Because the more they see this, the more they're going to be open about it.
No, good on you, really. Like, I'm glad you did it. I'm glad we just turned up today and found that you were here, because I knew the tour was going, but I didn't think exactly. I didn't even know you were going to be coming to Prague. So
Yeah.
that's great.
We're in Czech Republic, and he came to support us, so he's chatting to some people over there, and he support us, so he's chatting to some people over there, and he runs meetups. So
Oh, good man. Okay.
he's in the middle, I think, talking here. Is that him?
With the beard.
Okay.
Adam rules. But thank you very much.
All right
It
then.
was
Okay.
great.
See you later. All right. Bye bye.
Bible, how do you do it? Or what is your question? How did you sign the life? If you mean about this they look on the earth or not, or inside what they do in space station?
Show the images.
Yes. So you ask why it's curved, yeah? What they're showing. Because they use fisheye lens. You know that this kind of optics which make it wide angle. No wide angle camera. You know what different between zoom.
Sorry?
Blue eyes. I'll tell you how. Sometimes you can see the continent which you know, like you see Italy or England or California. Sometimes not very often, but sometimes you see those. So you can take a picture and compare it with Google Earth, which is also there. Very so they are quite close. They should go like this, right? But in fact, they are going like this. And I was thinking it doesn't make sense, but they go like this. This is the part. You know why they do this? Doesn't work on the globe. But you know, it's also military area.
Yep. It's huge one to swallow, yeah?
These are just videos and somebody claims somebody gives me. But I did, I can show you whatever. Like my own research. I want to make sure I spent a lot of time. So I spent and then I where I am, which hills I see, how far should I see, which curve I go. If you cut, you know what I don't know how to call it in English, but you know what this line means, yeah?
Yeah.
So there are three versions: one, third, and second and third. And now because I know regions are how far, how high they are, I can see if there is this curvature between these 2 points. Because these 2 points is what I make a picture and I see it. So that's what I found. Check. Check the translation. That's enough for me. I don't have to go to Antarctica. And maybe I'm crazy, but I have so many friends.
I was watching the
Friends, and I will not change.
Oh, I can decode Elon Musk in 100 ways. You can see him, he's a scum. You just look at him, you know? And this Tesla crap in the space and this shit.
So fake. You know, that's what he said about these roads.
And another thing he says, chance that we are not living in simulation is 1 against 10,000 million. You know?
And the professors at World University wants to join you, and you know what? So many academics.
Yeah, they created so many, yeah. But now they are going to collapse.
You are teaching people, right? There must be whistleblowers in the research area.
Yeah, but they tell you like, okay, I believe it, but they don't start teaching it because they will be.
Yeah, exactly.
They can teach. They kill children.
You know,
they said, yeah, maybe
they save us because of the money. No, you will accept everything just to get that money.
Interview.
Again, that was another section of clips that was taken today on the Globe Live tour out in Prague. I hope that was kind of cool to see those interactions, guys. You must have had so many interactions, Jack, today, that some of them must feel like a blur. And I hope as you're seeing some of those interactions, you're like, oh, yeah, that guy. Oh, yeah, that person as well. I hope there's like some interactions that have been out of your head all day and you've literally just gone, oh, yeah. And because I know you were behind the camera at some of those points. I could hear you in the background as some of the other conversations.
Yeah.
As I saw in the chat room, people are like, oh my gosh, so many red pills have gone out today with regards to conversations, leaflets, cards, people seeing the camper vans, people taking pictures, people taking videos, people overhearing conversations, standing back just enough to read the banner, but close enough to hear a conversation and then having interactions with other people about it. How was that for you today? Was that like the first full-on scenario you've seen?
Yeah, the first one, yeah. We planted today. We planted for so many seeds.
Yeah.
One after another.
Yeah. As I said, the chat room's been inundated with people saying how they're visually seeing how many red pills went out. Like I was saying to Jack, Dave, with the cards, the leaflets, the banners, videos, pictures, conversations, people overhearing conversations, people looking at the camper van. I mean, like I joked around a few days ago, but you can see why it's a joke, because how do you stab in the dark at the amount of numbers? How do you quantify the amount of numbers that have been shown this subject today? We're now not reliant on the internet. We're out there doing more than we do just in the UK. This is like on a scale that I haven't seen before. This is just, we're attacking it at all different levels. Like I said, from conversations, overhearing, banners, videos, pictures, leaflets, cards, camper, QR codes. The QR codes on the back of the camper as well. And like you said today, going to the camper to get some quiet time and actually not getting any quiet time, Dave.
Yep. It's no, you can't quantify it. It's just there's no way we can do it. It's just a joke trying to guess. So.
Well, I would range it thousands, possibly tens of thousands in a 24-hour period. I'll give up with asking if anyone in the chat room wants to stab a guess at that. I'd love to find a way to find those numbers, but I'm just happy knowing that people are seeing it. I don't mind what the specific numbers are, right, Jace?
Yeah, that's right. I want to also, as just a quick thank you to all those who've been donating at the moment. Adam, thank you very much, Adam. Really appreciate that. We had Drakika last night and Clive Dodd. Thank you very much. Russell and David, thank you very, very much. Really do appreciate that. Yeah, that's a couple of big donations that came in. Thank you very much. It's I mean, like you're taking, you just added a couple of days on the tour, which is means we're a couple of days closer to the finish line there. Thank you very much. Big donations like that really does get us to the finish line. But we still thank you all just for the little small coffee donations, you know, like $5, £5 here and there. That's it's really important as well. Just know that you're thinking of us, and thank you very much for all of your donations. Brilliant.
Oh, that's awesome, Jason. But it doesn't stop there, does it? As I said, you've made a few changes. Could you just, I know it sounds a bit like reading out the polls, but could you do me a favor and just read out the next 10 days, just in case anyone's watching and is trying to take time off work and hasn't, you know, managed to make a few clicks and go and look at the dates, times and schedules? Because I know on the website we haven't been able to update.
No, I'm getting there. I've been updating a few bits and that. So tomorrow we're into Vienna in Austria, followed by Budapest in Hungary. We ourselves are going to have a day off while the lads carry on driving. Is that better, Dave?
That's nice, isn't it? That's nice for you.
Anyway, so
I hope you enjoy that. I hope you enjoy that. Yeah.
So sorry. Oh dear. Anyway, so and then we're off to Moldova. Yeah. I don't care what you say. You're taking us along for the ride. You know, we're here. We're with you. Or, you know, it might be in spirit, not body, but we're definitely with you.
Yeah, we are. What day will that be, Moldova?
So anyway, what's it? Moldova's on the Thursday, the 17th of October, followed by Bucharest in Romania, Friday the 18th, Belgrade, Serbia. That's on the Saturday the 19th. And Pristina in Kosovo on the 20th. That's the Sunday. And then we all are going to have a day off again. And then
that means you
funny guy.
Well, the good thing about it as well, hopefully if they finish the drive in Pristina in Kosovo that night there, if they finish most of the driving that night, even the boys are and the girls on the motorhome, they can have the day off as well and spend that with Malenko himself, you know, like, so that would be fun for them. They can have the day off, and then followed by how's it pronounced? Skopje. Okay, that's in Macedonia, which we're all looking forward to that. So just leave it at there, okay?
Okay, so can I just chime in here, because I've got Amanda and I are in the chat room. She says, did I hear someone say that they're with the Flat Earth Society? I wanted to jump through my computer and yell, no, they're not! LOL. Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. I got that a couple of times.
Yeah.
Well, what can you do? What can you do?
I'm not 100% certain that
someone also said there should be a banner or somewhere saying we're not the Flat Earth Society, and then someone else went, I agree.
Yeah, no, I think we're jumping the gun. I think there may be groups within different parts of Europe that are in their own, like I don't know, could be Hungary Flat Earth Society that has nothing to do with the Flat Earth Society.
No. In this case, it was somebody who just went past and he said, "Oh, he just made a comment. Oh, that's the Flat Earth Society."
I've heard that. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm privy to a little bit more information that I've just watched. Well, you know what I'm referring to, Roxanne? You know, like something that was mentioned.
Yeah.
And I actually think that what was mentioned, that was a genuine Flat Earth Society. I think they're just calling it a society. I don't think it's the Flat Earth Society.
Well, hope not.
No, I'm hoping not.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Me. Okay, cool. Sorry to break that up there. I just wanted to answer that. It was in the chat room and there was a few people going back and forth about it. So, but what's everyone's take on there being a disclaimer at some point on a website or on the website saying Flat Earth Society?
I'll go for that.
Press 1 in the chat room if you think that's a good idea. Press 2 if you're not bothered, whether that's there.
I personally think it doesn't matter. I think these
I think
people are
it's pretty
saying it
self-evident,
just
you know, that
to
we're- yeah, I
just
agree.
to dismiss it. So you
And the
know,
thing, it's dangerous as well, because we could inadvertently be promoting it just by mentioning it.
That's the bit that was griping me as well. I didn't really want to give them a shout out to say even we're not them. I just didn't want to bring their name into my sentence, if I'm being honest with you. But yeah, all right, sorry to break that up. So that's pretty much the next week to 10 days of what's going on the tour. So if you're looking to take time off work or you're looking to join, these dates and locations are subject to change. There can be unforeseen circumstances. So I would implore you to make sure, if you're new to this channel, to subscribe to Jason of the Disbury, hit the notification bell so that you don't miss out. I say that so many people tell me they've been unsubscribed or their notifications been unnotified, and goes with mine.
do you have the graphic for Vienna anywhere?
Jace?
I've just posted one. Yes, I do. Well, it was on my Facebook page. I can message that to you.
Yeah, if you can put it in our chat thing, and
yeah,
Lovely.
of course.
Right.
Lovely. Well, that brings me to, I think, my final video that I'll play before we wrap up. Yes, it was my final video. There is still more videos that she made from today, but we don't have all night. So yeah.
No. Okay. Thank you, Jess. Thank you very much for them.
That's not a problem. I shall shout you out. And I shall screen share. Don't show these tips again. Right, let's do that. Share audio. Entire screen. Share. There we go. And there. And just do that. And hopefully you can all see that and hear it.
And then I where I am, which hills I see, how far should I see, which curvature I go. I don't know how to call it in English, but you know what this line means, yeah? Yeah. So there are three versions: one, third, second, and third. And now, because I know which hills are how far, how high they are, I can see if there is this curvature between these 2 points. Because these 2 points is what I make a picture, and I see it. So that's what I found. Check the translation. That's enough for me. I don't have to go to Antarctica. And maybe I'm crazy, but I have so many friends. What it changes. But even though you know that the God exists, very
Water.
We can believe in government. The government doesn't know this. They are not everybody lying like a president. They don't know about it. They never thought about it. I don't blame everybody like this conspiracy. They just didn't think about it. But the big difference is created for us.
We just asked people, I don't know why they believe we live on a spinning ball in space. Why do you believe that? Why do you believe that? Healthcare, everything. So make sure you get enough fluoride so you can't think properly. And then they feed you bullshit all the time, and you go, okay, that must be good. But this is one of the biggest lies. And if people can understand this, lying about where we live, then quite easy with all the other lies about yes. Yeah. So as I said, and you start asking them questions, you're going to find the answers.
That's how it is. Yeah.
Those answers don't match what they're telling us. One good example is boats over the horizon. Well, anyone now can go out and get a decent camera. The flat earth camera of choice is called the Nikon D1000. I think and that level of zoom, you can just watch it go over the horizon again, zoom in some more, and there it is. And not only that, you see the horizon beyond the boat. Yeah, and you can keep doing that.
It's like a fishbowl, yeah?
Well, yes, we've got. This is my model, basically. My view. So we've got like a dome over the top.
Yeah, I guess.
And one interesting thing I found the other day was, you know those big cooling towers that you get in the nuclear power station? Huge cooling towers, yeah? Somebody went in one of those towers with a balloon, burst a balloon, and guess what it sounded like? It's a sound of a balloon burst. It's thunder. You know how, I find that the answers are different. And that's all we're saying. We started asking these questions, and the answers don't make sense anymore. It might have made sense when we were children, and they told us, look at the globe, here's where you live. And as children, we went, okay. And some of us might have said, but what about those people in Australia? They fall off. And we got laughed at, and they said, well, gravity. And we went, oh, okay. But now we're looking and asking as adults, the answers don't make sense. That's all we're saying. We've got cameras now that allow us to zoom in, so we can check things. And when we check, again, the story falls apart. They say that things disappear over the curve. Well, now we can check, and they don't disappear over the curve. We can zoom in. When a ship seems to go out, over the horizon, we can zoom in and it comes back. So it didn't go in. So it's just an optical illusion, and we can keep zooming until the limit of our zoom, and we still never find any curvature. And literally, we've got pictures where we see too far. If we live on a ball, there's no way we can see some of the things that we can see with these cameras. And so we take it to the scientists and say, look what we see. They don't have any answers. Well, it's not the physicists themselves, it's what they're being taught. In order to become a physicist, you have to pass exams. Now, if you know the Earth is flat and you answer those exam questions from that perspective, you're not going to pass. So you don't become a physicist. So you have to actually believe in this model before you even get there. And if you get there and you start saying, you know what, I think the Earth is flat, then you lose all the funding and you're not scientific. Your reputation goes, and we've had that. We've had pilots who've been in the cockpit and they said, I think the Earth is flat, I can't see curvature. The instruments tell me that it's on the flat Earth, and they get grounded immediately. Just for asking questions. So that's how they can keep this going. A lot of people, even if they ask questions, they have to keep it to themselves because they don't want to lose their jobs. So I know it looks really silly and strange, but it only looks strange because we never ask questions.
We do well enough.
But we'll certainly rip him apart in Slovenia.
No, mute. Roxanne, mute.
Sorry.
Roxanne's a mute.
Sorry. I'm just saying in the chat room as I'm talking to you now, so many people looking and reading the banners. You can see as the conversations are happening, all of the people slowing
in the background, walking around, and yeah, I seen that.
Phones out and taking and crouching down and taking the pictures of their retrospective language, so that they can then stand up, come away, and then zoom into it and read it, and then go back in. And then, like, there was people, like, there are 10 a dozen people perpetually doing that, just waves of people slowing down and coming in. Brilliant sight to see, people wanting to read the information and being okay with slowing down and doing that, right?
Yeah, it's fantastic. Really is. Everything I could have hoped for. That it's just all working, isn't it? It's so the banners itself so eye catching, and what's on the floor. It really is. It's captivating because people are looking for their flag, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's good.
Most of the time,
Yeah, and the Russians and the Chinese.
We are in touristic places, non-stop.
I'm so sorry, and again, my apologies for the delay in starting today. I'm not sure. I'm scared to ask you guys what time it is where you are.
Don't.
Night and yeah, I think
2 o'clock.
I think we really have to be getting along because we've got to head out.
We got to catch Vienna, before 5.
It's literally, or it's past all of our bedtimes. I'm literally. Do you know what would be good for me right about now, guys? Just give me 2 matchsticks, and I feel like I've got so I can't imagine how shattered you guys must be. But thank you so much for your patience with me. It was all my fault this evening. I couldn't stop with mummy mode in time, as it's the weekend and the kids are up later. So I can't thank you enough, guys, for your patience. You've had such a long day, and to have to wait for me at the end of it, you probably needed that like you needed nothing, So thank you. And to everyone in the chat room as well, thank you so much for all of your interactions, for the guys on the camper van going across Europe on this massive epic awareness drive, getting people to question what they've been taught as facts about where they live and what they've been taught about the ministries of education, about their history. I mean, like you said, guys, you don't just talk about the shape of the earth when you're out there. So many other subjects come up, right?
Yep. Yeah. So yeah. Thanks a lot, and
to all.
And we'll catch up with you guys later then.
All right.
Today.
Yeah.
Today, later on today. What time can we expect to see a live from you guys?
Around noonish to 12 to 2ish.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's a decent window.
All right then, guys. Hopefully you get some sleep as well. Hopefully. All right.
Best of luck.
Cheers then, guys. Well done.
Take care, my darlings. Bye.
And thank you for everybody else. Cheers, everybody.